So the goal of the class was 3 projects: a bracelet with snaps, and a bag that has straps that are the same width as the bracelet, and this is a tote bag, and then a knit, it's a batwing shirt, so it's kind of trendy, it's something you could buy in a store. And the idea is that you're building, so you start with free sewing, and that's just drawing, and then you move into this bracelet, which teaches you how to flip something inside out, it teaches you how to sew a basic seam, and it actually, there's a part of it that we use the ripper, so that a trick to pull it out, so that's a lot of basic sewing skills in that moment. And then you move into the bag, so you're moving into a little bit more complicated space, but it's still kind of basic, but the straps are the same width as the bracelet, so it's still very approachable for them. So they're saying, okay, I was capable of the bracelet, so I'm capable of these straps, so I'm probably capable of the bag shape too. And then the third project is probably the hardest project. It's the knit top that's actually a store-bought pattern. And so while we're making these other projects, we open up each class explaining the store-bought pattern a little bit at a time, so it's not quite so scary when we get to it. So we explain, how to pick out your fabrics, how to read your pattern, how to read the symbols, so that once we finally dive into it, it's not so scary. And this is going to be a knit project, so it's going to be a little bit there. So the first 2 projects were wovens, which are easier to sew, and they're going to have both of that experience. They're going to experience a woven, they're going to experience a knit. But I think by the time we jump into the knit top, they'll have enough confidence and achievement and sewing skills to move into a store-bought pattern, which is the ultimate goal, that they could leave this class and they could sew on their own, that they could go, if they were able to have access to a machine, they could go buy a basic store-bought pattern like an apron or a bag or maybe a pencil skirt, and they could sew that on their own. They could pick out the supplies, they could pick out the fabric, they could thread the machine, they could do all of that outside of this class.
What have you been doing, and so much more?
We've been making things. First we made a bracelet, and then we made a tote bag, and now we're making shirts.
Cool. Can you hold up your shirt for me? Awesome. Did you pick that fabric yourself?
Yeah.
I think it's gonna look really good on you.